Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up.
It's John J. and Rich, Thursday, January 23rd. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Text us, text JJR, and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. Soila, good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, are you guys still doing surgery souvenirs?
Yes, we are. We will always do anything that's gone on our show in the past. What do you got?
Oh my gosh, I have the best one. So I had a neighbor that served in our military, and it was kind of like something going on in the neighborhood that apparently he had his leg on his mantle. Nobody ever believed him. And one day he kind of got a little drunk, came over, and my husband and I both asked him, like, do you really have your leg? Because he had a prosthetic. We're like, do you really have your leg on your mantle? And he was like, oh, yeah, let me go grab it. So goes over to his house, comes right back over, has this big block. It's this big resin block, and it was his leg from, like, below his knee. His entire foot was in this resin, and he kept it on his mantle.
Oh. Was it like barefoot, or was it still in a shoe?
No, it was barefoot because since he had served in the military, he had stepped on an IAD, and it, like, blew his leg off. And he had enough wits about him to, like, keep the leg. And after, I guess, a long proceeding with the U.S. government, because if that happens, like, your body actually belongs to the U.S. government, he went to court to fight for his leg. He won it. And he's like, I'm going to keep this sucker. It cost me millions of dollars, apparently, according to him. And, yeah, he put it in resin. He had his dog tags on it and the American flag. And you could see, like, the bone and, like, muscle and everything. It was crazy.
Is it gross or fascinating to look at?
Both. Because
I can see that.
The bottom of his foot, you know, like after you're in the water for a long time, it gets all like wrinkly. The bottom of his foot was like all wrinkly and gross, but you could see the bone from the top because it was like a leg standing in resin. It was so crazy and cool and just like disgusting. And yeah.
Wow.
John Jay, that's wild. Like that video that you sent me of the girl mourning her arm.
Her arm, I know.
She had a funeral for her arm. He just hasn't had that yet.
Yeah.
He just keeps it on his
But what a hero, man. What the guy's been through, of course. Keep it. Yeah. Wow, Soila, that's a good one. Thank you so much.
Crazy.
Thanks, guys. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Blake's
Thanks.
my hero, by the way. Blake's my hero.
All right, thanks. I agree. Oh, my God. Blake called me yesterday. In fact, I wasn't even going to tell the story, but because she said that. So my wife's in L.A. because my son's got basketball games up and down the coast. And I was driving home after leaving here. I was going to work out. She calls me, and she's, like, crying. And she's like, I was standing in line at Starbucks, and this woman walks in, and she's got a little dog. Not Starbucks. She was getting a protein shake somewhere. And she's like, and the woman looks like, you know, she's had a day, right? And my wife starts talking to her, and she's got a little dog with her that's just like a dog that we had to put down, our own dog, Lolly, that we had for 15 years. She got a dog just like Lolly, and I'm talking to her, and she tells me that she's sad, she's crying. She just left her abusive relationship. Tried to go to a woman's shelter, and they wouldn't let her in with her dog.
Oh, no, that's so sad.
And she's crying, and my wife starts crying, telling me this and telling. So now my wife's all involved in this woman's life, and she's like, I'll take the dog home and hold it for you. Or wait, so she calls for some rescue people that she knows in the area, and now they're trying to find a foster for her. My wife got her number. She's trying to do all these things for her, and she's crying, and I'm like, all right, it's good. You know, good. I'm glad you're doing that. And I'm like, are you bringing the dog home? She goes, I might bring the dog home and hold it for her. I'm like, okay. And then it's quiet. She gets back or gathers herself, and I go, that's why I don't talk to people.
That's why your wife is a saint.
You go online, keep your head down, and order your smoothie, and and she's like getting all involved. So we might have this woman living in our house.
Yeah, that's what's next. You know that.
I know. Unbelievable. Dara Lynn, hi.
Hi. I have a funny broken bone story.
Hilarious.
We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay. I lived in Apache Junction, and I had an inclined gravel driveway. And I was walking out to my car, and there was a coyote and her 6 little pups walking across the road. So I looked up just for a minute and was going to try and take a picture, and I tripped. And I fell and cartwheeled into my armpit. And I heard it snap. I immediately threw up. My purse flew, my keys flew, my phone flew. And I'm like, if you don't get up, those baby coyotes are going to lick the vomit off your face. So I got up, found my phone and the keys, didn't get the picture, drove myself to the hospital. I now have a plate and 10 screws in my right shoulder.
Oh, my goodness.
But that's a lot of people in Apache Junction have that.
I don't live there anymore. I live in Gilbert, but I love Apache
She's like, I don't claim that anymore.
Gilbert, that's a guaranteed broken arm.
Yeah. She broke her arm.
I lived on the edge of the enchanted forest of Tonto.
Oh, wow.
Didn't sound so enchanted that day.
Oh, no, it wasn't enchanted, and I was just grateful there were no rattlesnakes when I looked up.
You know, I got to tell you, I've been here my entire life, and I've never seen baby coyotes. That's cool that you saw that.
Oh, they're so cute.
I bet.
And they wanted to play with my dog, but I'm like, no, you cannot play. Those things will eat you.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to play with your dog.
Yeah. But wouldn't that have been cute?
No,
they could become friends.
And then the mom eats the dog. No, I was.
have pictures of baby javelina, too. And
Those
the
are cute.
babies are cute. The mean javelina are horribly mean.
They don't smell very good.
I've seen those before. All right.
You can smell them coming.
Have a great day, darling. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
I was hiking last week, early in the morning. My friend Rick and I were hiking, and it was just us in the middle of nowhere, right? And you just hear the coyotes when they do that thing.
Yeah.
And it's usually they're eating a dog.
Yeah, they're
eating a pet or something, right? It's so sad. And you're like, oh, God, I'm just trying to find, because we were high up and I couldn't see anything. But anyway, look at this. We were talking about stupid ways you hurt yourself. It's like we don't really need to know any more out of this text I'm going to read you, but I kind of do. It's from a 352 number. I twisted my knee when I blew into my trumpet.
Oh, my gosh.
Must have been a killer note, though.
I know. Anyway, you always can text us. We'll call you back, or you can just call us at 877-937-1047. The text number, you text JJR or whatever you want to say to 96893. Kyle, what's coming up in 3 things we need to know?
I'm going to tell you why your phone may be worth a lot of money. Next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Here we go. I wake up with them. Get up. John, Jay, and Rich.
Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
Phones with TikTok still installed on them became a super hot item after it had a 14-hour ban over the weekend, but apparently are still a super hot item. As of yesterday, there are brand new listings titled Phones with TikTok on eBay. One of them, I mean, they all have pretty hefty price tags, but one of them is priced at $4.9 million.
Are you kidding me?
A phone priced at $14,000 sold earlier this week.
It's sold?
It's sold at $14,000.
I'll put mine up there. I don't care. I'll sell it. Like, what's the deal? Why did one go for 25?
You can't re-download
I think it's just eBay. I mean, it's just
because.
Supply and demand. People want their TikTok, and if they accidentally or purposely deleted it and realize they can still use it and still want it, they're going to buy these phones.
So if you wipe your phone clean, so like if I was to sell my phone, I don't want anyone to have my contacts or my messages. If you wipe it clean, does it get rid of all the apps too that don't come with it?
Yeah.
Probably,
so you have to somehow manually delete everything.
You probably just have to log out of whatever your thing is that has your stuff on it, but leave the apps on.
I'd sell my phone in a second.
Especially for $14,000.
You just get a new phone.
Exactly.
I deleted TikTok off my phone because I thought it was gone forever. Like Kyle's like, why would you do that? I literally thought it was gone. But when you go to the App Store and try to re-download it, you can't do it at all, even in your own apps.
Can't do it. Can't do it. And, honestly, TikTok's fate still lies in the balance. Like, they only have 75 days to figure something out. Chances are they're probably going to end up selling a percentage of TikTok to an American buyer. But we don't know. In 75 days, it may be banned again. We're not just sure. We just have to wait and see what happens. The FDA, you guys, they just approved a nasal spray to treat major depressive disorder, which gives those suffering from treatment-resistant depression a new option for a treatment. The manufacturer is Johnson & Johnson, and they claim patients could see mood improvement in as little as 24 hours. Of course, there's always risk of abusing nasal spray. John Jay?
Yeah, I know.
They use nasal spray way too much. So they say, please just stick to what it is prescribed under and those restrictions that they give you when they prescribe it. John Jay. On your own. Pokemon Happy Meals are back. People very excited about this. For a limited time, they've got 4 different themed boxes. Each one comes with a 4-card Pokemon TCG booster pack. And for our Pokemon trainers out there, you can also stop by sponsored Pokestops or gyms located inside participating McDonald's to participate in 5-star raids. It's kind of a big deal for the Pokemon peeps, and that's 3 things you need to know.
Speaking of curing diseases or whatever, the depression thing, the spray. I went to dinner last night. This is so crazy. A short version is I went to dinner with a naturopath oncologist, an internal medicine doctor, and a research scientist, the stem cells scientist, whatever. And I'm the one that set up the dinner. It's a long story, but I'm the one that set up with this group of people. And I found out that my friend, Raphael, who's the stem cell scientist, his company has created a pill that will get rid of cancer. Yeah,
You better watch his back.
Was it a pill or it's some sort? I think it was a pill, but he explained to me how it works. He said, and it's done. A certain kind of cancer, except like blood cancer, they can't get, but all this other stuff. Ooh. And I'm like, just remember you heard it here first. Watch when it comes out. Because then I just read another article today that by 2027, one of the things they say is going to happen is that they'll get rid of cancer.
That would be huge.
And I think it has to do with my friend's pill.
That would be amazing.
What's the vibe for horoscopes today, Payton?
I'm going to tell you my hot take on each zodiac sign.
Coming in hot.
Yep.
Blanca, what's your sign? Good morning.
Who did you say, Blanca?
Blanca.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm Sagittarius.
Okay, Sagittarius. So this is my hot take for my Sagittarius today. No, you cannot backpack through Europe and find yourself on a $20 budget. So please, Sagittarius, chill out before impulsivity becomes everybody else's problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Blanca's like,
Bye, Blanca.
Alrighty then.
I'm spicy this morning. You better be ready.
Hi, Siobhan. What's your sign?
Good morning. I am a Pisces, like Rich.
Yes, just like Rich. Okay, Pisces, we see you crying over that one sad TikTok at 2 a.m. again, but maybe, just maybe, this week is the time to get it together and set some boundaries, please.
Siobhan, do you cry at everything?
I do.
Because we care more, right? We just care more.
Yeah, you guys are softies.
We have all the feels.
Yes, you do.
Have a great day, Siobhan.
You too. Thank you.
Ashley, hi. What's your sign? Ashley?
Oh, sorry. It's Aries.
Ooh, Ashley the Aries. Okay, Aries, we get it. You are the main character, but this week, let someone finish their sentence before you jump right in, or don't, because you're probably going to do it anyway, because for Aries, it's your way or the highway.
I might be a little different, but yeah, that's a little bit true.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you Aries are wild cards. Like Blake, John Jay, your wife, I don't feel like she really fits that Aries mold.
Mm-mm. Agree.
She's
Oh, no, Blake is different.
I know, yeah, she's just built
awesome.
different.
All right, Ashley, have a great day. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you.
KJ,
Yo,
what's your sign?
Cancer.
Cancers, we know you don't want to bother anyone, but please stop testing the waters with vague IG stories and just text your friends. Stop subtweeting them because they miss you.
Cool.
Later, KJ. What do you got for Libras?
Yeah, Kyle is my Libra. Libra, your indecision this week is going to hit new highs, and it's fine to take your time, but if you spend another hour picking an Instagram filter, we are staging an intervention in this studio. It's going to happen. Pick one.
Okay.
How
Pick
about
one.
Virgo? What do you got for Virgo?
Virgo, stop reorganizing your playlist for the 8th time this month. No one is judging you for your chaotic, quote-unquote, gym vibes. Seriously, just go outside and get some fresh air.
How about for Leos?
Leos, we can't flirt our way out of everything. Even if we really can, that doesn't mean that we should. And not everybody is ready for our Beyonce-level energy, so tone it down a little bit this week.
All right. If we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjanerich.com. Payton, this was called Your Hot Take. You were doing your hot take on
My
Sunday.
hot take on your zodiac signs, yeah.
I put together trivia waiting for a day like this because today is...
It's Thursday and
John Jay's got a game for you.
This simple trivia is based off the guests, the celebrity guests of Hot Ones.
Oh, that's fun.
Hot Ones, the TV show. Hot
Okay.
Ones.
The ones where they eat the wings and they
Yes.
interview all the celebrities.
Payton, he appeared on Hot Ones in the second season, but will always be known for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Will Smith.
Excuse me?
Will Smith.
Yes. Rich, this comedian was kicked off SNL before he even got to show up for work. It helped springboard his success and made it to Hot Ones on season 2.
Shane Gillis.
Yes. Kyle, this Oscar winner broke down on Hot Ones and has starred in movies such as Silver Linings Playbook and The Hunger Games.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yes. Payton, he's the voice and star of The Mandalorian and has recently been seen in a Corona beer campaign.
Keanu Reeves.
No, Rich.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes,
They're like
Kyle.
the same. Come on.
Though no one looks
They are the
sexy
same.
eating wings on Hot Ones, this guest was People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive and was Marvel's Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. He has brown hair.
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
Yes. Payton, the NBA Hall of Famer who played for teams including the Orlando Magic and Los Angeles Lakers, who campaigns for products like Icy Hot and the General Insurance.
Shaq.
Yes, Rich, this entire boy band was on Hot Ones with hit songs like Bye 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 and Tearing Up My Heart.
Sync.
Yes. Payton, comedy duo who had a show on Comedy Central. I'll give you a hint. Key and...
Cal.
No. Rich, Key and...
Peel.
Yes.
Kanan and
Kyle,
is where I
she was
going.
thoroughly unfazed by any of the hot sauces on Hot Ones. She stars as Wednesday on the hit Netflix show Wednesday.
Jenna Ortega.
Yes. This is the grand prize winner. If anyone can get this, name is your buzzer. This Hot One guest host, top chef, and breezed through to the last sauce.
Peyton.
Yes.
What's his name? Gordon Ramsay.
No.
Guy Fieri.
No.
Who else cooks?
Lots of people.
It's Bobby
No.
Flay. No.
I thought this person was married to Joe Jonas, but it's not. I don't think it is.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, Giada?
No. Padme something.
Oh, Padme Lishka.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Padme Lishka.
She rocked it. Padme's awesome.
I thought she was married to Joe Jonas. Who's the one married to Joe Jonas?
Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. All right. That's my game.
It's Thursday and John just got a game for you.
Reggie, what's up, man? You're on the air.
Well, hey, John Jay. I had a couple of questions for Peyton
Okay.
about astrology. Do you think there's a difference between people that share the same sign but are born in different months?
Absolutely, 100% a difference. Like John Jay is a September Virgo, and I know a lot of people who are July Virgos, and they just act
August
Virgos. Excuse me, like Jenna. Jenna is an August Virgo.
So is your dad?
And my dad is a September Virgo.
Is he? I thought he was an
September-
August Virgo.
We have this conversation all the time.
Oh, we do?
I've actually heard you have that.
Yeah,
Really?
excuse me. Yeah,
Well.
yeah, and I do think there is a very big difference. Like, I don't think John Jay is very organized or put together. Where I think Jenna, is pretty organized. She has her list of what she needs to do, and she gets stuff done.
She's shaking her head as if she is not organized.
Wait, so Jenna, you're in August? I think there's a difference between male Virgos and female Virgos.
There is.
Big time.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
a total difference.
It's almost like
in
when
all
you
of
do
that.
horoscopes, people they need to separate it. There should be like 4 different
I'm a
categories.
male Virgo.
Male,
August.
female, or what month you were in.
I agree, John Jay.
You got another question, Reggie?
Yeah, I do. Going with that, so I know. So I know you said yesterday that Leo's perfect match was Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know 2 Leos. One's a July Leo, and the other is August Leo. I get along with both of them. We have our ups and downs, but do you think Leos are good with other signs too? Because I'm a Sagittarius and she's a July Leo. We get together great, but we have our ups and downs here and there every now and then.
Yeah, I think Leos get along with other signs. I think Leos struggle getting along with other Leos just because we take up a lot of space. So I think that can get a little awkward sometimes. But I think Leos are pretty versatile signs, and if you don't like them, then you will eventually.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That's my opinion.
Thank you. By the way, I was pretty nervous about calling. I've never called a radio station before, but I listen to you guys every morning. You guys are great.
Thanks, Reggie. What's your sign?
Oh, I'm a Sagittarius.
Very likable. You are very I'm so glad you're. I'm glad you said
did a
that.
great job.
No, and like Sagittarius men, like you guys are cool. My sister, she's a Sagittarius woman, and she's a little crazy. I don't think Reggie's crazy.
You're funny you say that. My mom's a Sagittarius, and she's kind of crazy too.
I told you, Reggie, the stars don't lie.
Yeah.
That's just my pet snake, Reggie. Raiders Lost Ark, Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Raiders Lost Ark, Indiana Jones. Every once in a while, I can throw a weird movie quote in, like Kyle does.
Yeah.
All right, Reggie. Take care, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
The hack to make you comfortable in any uncomfortable setting.
Stacks and Hacks is coming up next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah. Call John, Jay, and Rich. 877-937-1047.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. Yesterday, Velveeta announced a new limited edition product called Vel to Go, where single-serve packets of Velveeta cheese. It's not a joke, so you can carry them around like a condiment and put it on food. I love Velveeta cheese.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
A 52-year-old man in Florida was arrested after he hit another man in the head with a plate at a wedding. He said he was mad because the other man let two young girls cut ahead of him in line for prime rib. What the heck?
Anger problems.
A list of normal things that people think will be obsolete by the year 2075 include plastic packaging for food, animal captivity, social media, cancer, working 9 to 5, and idolizing celebrities. Payton, you got a tortoise?
Yeah, I have a tortoise named Jesus.
The oldest living land animal, his name is Jonathan. He's a giant tortoise living in St. Helena, a British island in the South Atlantic Pacific. Jonathan is thought to be 192 years old with a hatching date of no later than 1832.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. I mean,
Good,
that
clean
means
living.
That's a
your
long
tortoise is going to be passed down.
Oh, yeah. My mom already told me that I'm getting Jesus in the will. Like, when she goes, I get the tortoise.
Yeah, but then I think you got to put it in your granddaughter's will.
I don't think our kind of tortoise lives that long. I think he only lives like 80 years.
If you need new nightmare fodder, there are 25 million tons worth of spiders on Earth right now. And based on the amount they eat, in theory, they could eat every single human on the planet in 1 year.
Oh, my gosh.
A site called the Wedding Society asks thousands of vendors what they think are the top wedding trends of 2025.
Food trucks.
No, it's not up here.
Disposable cameras again.
Experimental wedding weekends, unique events and experiences for your guests to take part in before or after your wedding. Last dances. You might still have the first dance, but the new trend is a last dance to close out the night. Multiple wedding dresses. Get married in the first one, change to more comfortable. I've seen that before. Mismatched bridesmaids dresses.
I love that look.
Small wedding parties. And the number one thing they said is hiring a wedding content creator.
Oh, that's interesting. I saw a cool trend at my wife's niece's wedding where they did a thing like in 2 minutes, the couple went around to every table for a picture with every single table, just making goofy faces. I've never seen that before, but they did it so fast and it looked so fun. It was cool.
Cute.
A site called Taste Atlas ranked the 100 grossest foods in the world. Okay?
Bacon. Pickles.
Tomatoes.
No, these are like
all things we don't like.
there's an item in southern Thailand. It's sour curry made with fish entrails.
Ew.
Oh.
What about
Ew.
that balut?
That's
Have you heard
number
of balut?
9. Jellied eels is number 7. They're old street food in England dating back to the 1700s. Deep fried silkworms is from Thailand.
Tripe.
Svid, S-V-E-E or S-V-I-D, is half a sheep's head boiled and served with mashed potatoes.
Excuse me?
Number 2 is called blood plat. It's dumplings with reindeer blood.
Ew.
Number 1 is blood pancakes. Pancakes made with onions, spices, and reindeer blood. They're popular in Sweden and Finland.
What's up with reindeer blood? Why is that
I
popular?
know, that's actually for some reason that just makes it that much sadder. Have you guys ever had blood pudding?
No.
I had blood pudding
That's
in
English, right?
Ireland without knowing that I was eating blood pudding, and I was not happy.
Is it blood?
Yes. It's like pig blood, I think.
Oh, God. Well, number 3 on this list of the grossest food, to me, sounds delicious. It's called Cowsgrove. It's a calzone stuffed with French fries and full hamburgers, including the bun. That's it. Like, that sounds, compared to those other restaurants.
Compared to the other
How
ones.
is that number 3? Kyle, this is for you. You want to build your kids' confidence? A poll of kids 12 and under found 92% of them feel more confident after doing something creative, and even more confident when they do something creative with a parent.
Love that.
Also, if you're into UFOs, Rich, and you think the government isn't telling us everything,
I am.
you should probably see the upcoming documentary called Age of Disclosure.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone. Non-human intelligence exists. UAPs are real. They're here, and they're not human.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and not...
Huh?
I'm all over that.
Right?
All over that.
Right? What do you got for
That's
life hacks?
exciting to me. Okay, so here's a little hack that will make you comfortable whenever you're uncomfortable. We'll give you the website here. It's called Ambient-Mixer. And what this basically does is if you're trying to get to sleep and you would like to say, go to sleep in the Shire in Lord of the Rings, they got that. If you want to study in like the Gryffindor common room, like on Harry Potter, they've got the background music for that. So anything. If you're doing homework and you want to read in Bell's library, they got the background music for that and the ambience. So we'll put the website up there. So whatever fictional world you want to hang out in and get your chill on in for a few hours, you can do that. It's ambientmixer.com, and that is all linked up at johnjandrich.com.
If chaos was a radio show, you're listening to it. It's John Jay and Rich.
It's John Jay and Rich. Phone number 877-937-1047. Yesterday we brought up like this silly way you hurt yourself, and it's still going on. Hi, Kim. You hurt yourself in a silly way?
Well, I didn't, but my sister did.
Okay, how?
Kind of fun. Back when we were in high school, I used to be in bands, and so we were at a band competition, and they were there to support me. So they were out in the audience, like the auditorium chairs. And she sneezed, and when she did, she broke her nose on the chair in front of her.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh my God. One time at band camp?
Yeah, there's one time at band camp.
I mean, don't you think she's freaking out when that happens? Like, what just happened? I just sneezed. How do I have a broken nose?
So everybody heard a holler, but, we couldn't stop.
That's great, Kim. Thanks for calling in. Thank you for listening.
Thank y'all.
Cheyenne, good morning.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, stupid ways to hurt yourself. It had been snowing up here in Hattiesburg, and I was trying to be a good business owner, sweep off the concrete so nobody would slip walking in. And the old broom I had, it was metal, and caught on a piece of ice and went into my hand. No need to go to the hospital, though. I ended up just going back inside and gluing it with nail glue. I'm a nail tech.
Nail glue?
Oh, my gosh, that is savage.
Yes. It bled for a little bit, but everything ended up being okay.
Oh, good.
No more metal brooms for you.
No.
Have a great day, Cheyenne. Thank you for listening.
You too.
You know, when it shift gears to get into, Payton said she had an emotional day yesterday, right? But you remember, I was on that podcast with The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Clayton. And then he came over to my house. We did a podcast for him. He dropped it a couple days ago or a week ago. Then he came over to my house on Monday because during the podcast, I had challenged him to come do a cold plunge in my house, right? So he came over to my house and he cold plunges. He misunderstood, thought I was going to cold plunge with him, but I already done it 3 times that day and I was like in a hurry. So I was like, no. So anyway, he cold plunges. Really nice guy. And he starts telling me about he started. I don't understand the backstory to this, but he's taking dance classes and he's dancing a lot, and he's posting his videos on Instagram, and it's starting to get a follow. He's kind of known now as a dancing bachelor, right? And he said one day he was dancing and he couldn't get, the teacher was teaching him, he couldn't get it right, and he started getting emotional and crying as he couldn't get the dance moves right. And as he was crying, he's like, I don't understand why I'm crying right now. Like that's not me. So then he found out that his estrogen was too high.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
that'll do it.
So Payton, you said yesterday, right? You had something like that?
Yeah, I cried 3 times yesterday in a span of like 3 hours. So I coach high school girls basketball, and I have one player who's a senior this year, and she was a freshman when we took over the program 4 years ago. So I've had her and I've watched her grow over these last 4 years, not only as a basketball player, but as a young woman, right? And she has had this series of unfortunate events where she has had 2 ACL tears within her entire high school career. 2 ACL tears, that takes you out for an entire season, right? And she's a shooter, love this kid to death. I would do anything for her. And yesterday was her first game back after her second ACL tear. And she's been working for probably about a year now, trying to rehab and get back on the floor. And when I saw her get back on the floor, she got a standing ovation. I'm getting chills right now. She got a standing ovation from everybody in the gym because they were so happy for her. And I'm on the bench coaching a game and just started crying. Oh my gosh, just because I was so happy for her. And then I started crying maybe about 10 minutes later because she has a little sister that's a freshman that also played in the game yesterday. So I'm watching these 2 sisters play together and have chemistry, and I start crying again. And then after the game is over, we won. It was a nail biter. We won by 3. It was a crazy game. And I started to cry as we were walking back into the locker room to talk to the girls because I was just so emotional that we won. And our other coaches are around me, and they're like, P, like, why are you crying? I'm like, I'm just so tired.
That'll do it.
I had an 18-hour day yesterday. I didn't get to go home and take my nap like I usually do. So I had the longest day ever, and I didn't realize it until it was 9 o'clock at night, and I'm walking into the locker room, and I'm like, I'm this emotional mess. And it 100% had to do with the fact that I was running on like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you have to check yourself sometimes and realize, sometimes when I feel like I was a little too snippy to my wife, I go, oh, it's 9 p.m. I've been up for a long time.
Yeah.
And then the next morning when you wake up, it's like, well, when I woke up the next morning, it's like, God, that was so. You look back at what you were mad at. You're like, that's so stupid, right?
Yeah. It was,
but you were crying for legitimate reasons.
I was just so happy for her. I was so happy that we won, and I was just so exhausted. And we go into the locker room, and we're like doing like the post game talk. And our head coach looks over, and she's like, "You guys got Coach P over here crying." And then I start crying again, and I'm like having a meltdown. And all these 15 and 16-year-olds are looking at me like, "What is wrong with her?" And as I'm walking out, one of our freshmen, super talented girl, also love her. She goes, "Coach P, you know, you're pretty tough on the outside, but you're a little softy on the inside. Who are you?" I was like, yeah, you guys don't really know me like that.
Yeah, don't let them see that ever again.
Hey, did you wear your ring? You were debating last week where to wear your championship ring to a game that you were coaching.
I decided I wasn't going to wear the ring, and unfortunately, we did lose. It was a really crazy game. There was 1,000 people in the gym. It was insane.
You did not wear your ring?
But
oh man,
I'm gonna wear it when we go and play at my alma mater because I feel like then I could really flex it because I got my state trophy in the gym. Right. I got my banners hung. Like, I'll be able to walk in and be flexing, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you know, my son Dutch, he's 18, he's a senior, and he tore his ACL about 3 months ago.
Ugh.
And we've been doing some different ways of healing it instead of surgery, and it's working, right? So he hasn't been playing this season, but his senior night game is tomorrow, right? Where they get the awards, they get whatever, and then he's getting some stuff, you know, some awards and stuff. And he has it set up with his coaches where they're putting it in for one play to shoot one shot.
I love that.
That's cool of his coaches.
Like I think I'm going to cry. You talk about crying.
Yeah. You're definitely going to cry.
The only reason I wouldn't cry is because the kid's attitude. He's like, they're putting me in. I'm going to shoot a 3. I'm going to turn around while it's in the air, make the 3 logo, look into the crowd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, while the ball's in the air. I'm like, dude, just don't get hurt.
Oh my gosh,
Don't
totally.
celebrate before it actually goes through
Yeah.
the hoop,
Right.
too.
When I was in high school, I had a teammate that had tore her ACL and she wasn't able to play her senior season. And they did the same exact thing. And she shot in the corner and made the three. Could you imagine the gym going like insane,
Yeah.
right? Everything shaking. And our coach was like, do you want to stay in? She's like, no, take me out. I'm going out on a win right here. I
Yeah,
just
that's
got a
smart.
bucket.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I'm hoping he doesn't
Hero
air ball.
moment.
I know.
That's your shot. Just air balls. It'd be quiet. Just hear it's quiet. Just hear the ball bounce, bonk, 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 roll out the door. And then he calls. Yesterday he calls me. So it's senior night, and him and 3 other people, I guess, want to go out after the game. So yesterday I'm just getting to the gym to work out, and the phone rings, and he's supposed to be in school, right? And I see it's him. So what's he calling me at 11 for? I pick up. He's, yo, Dad. Can you get me a reservation for 4 at Elefante on Friday night on 9? And I'm like, Elefante, that's this new restaurant just opened up that my wife went to that said it's like the spot.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
it's extremely expensive.
It's popping over there.
And I'm like, yeah, let me get on that. I go, how about table for 4 at Taco Bell? This kid, man. Unbelievable. Stacy, hi, you're on the air.
Hi. I know you guys are always looking for something to watch, and I am here to convince John Jay and Kyle that you have to watch Dexter Original Sin.
Okay.
It is so good. The guy that plays the young Dexter nails him to a T with his mannerisms, his facial expressions. I mean, you can absolutely see that it's him. And then the people that play Batista and LaGuardia, I mean, they actually look like young Batista and LaGuardia. I don't know where they got these people from.
That's cool.
It's absolutely crazy.
Okay, it's on my
And then
list to check out.
Christian Slater plays Harry, his dad, and does just a phenomenal job with it. So I do not think you'll be disappointed, Kyle, in watching it. You will. Michael C. Hall does narrate it, so you still get all that stuff, but it is so good. I know you guys will enjoy it.
Is it very bloody and there's murders?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
We should have started with that.
Don't bury the
start with that. All right, thank you, Stacey. What?
You understand where his first kill comes from, if you will.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
So, yeah, it's
All right.
really good.
Thank you. You were on it. Have a great
You're
day.
welcome. You too.
All right, so we're going from Dexter to get ready for War of the Roses. So we're going to talk to Nathan. Nathan, tell us a little bit about your situation.
So I think my wife is cheating on me, and her dad's the one who told me.
Dang. Let's do it. Let's take this case. Let's do War of the Roses. Next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now with John, Jay, and Rich.
104.7 KISS FM, John, Jay, and Rich. It's time for War of the Roses. You think someone's cheating on you? We're going to try to help you find out if that's true or not. Good morning, Nathan.
Hey, how's it going?
So you think your wife, girlfriend, who do you think is cheating on you?
Yeah, it's my wife, Carolyn.
Okay. What's the story?
So, I got a call from my father-in-law last night, and this was not out of the ordinary. He and I are very, very close. He's really been like a second father to me ever since I married his daughter, and he's always treated me like family, just like a son. So when he called, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. We often have calls about sports or work or whatever, but right away he sounds really serious on the phone. He goes, I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I have to because I love you like you're my own child. And then he just says, I think my daughter is cheating on you. And it was the last thing I expected him to say. I couldn't even process it. I mean, it was her dad telling me this. He said he's noticed some things like her acting different, making excuses to him, sneaking around, and he just felt like he couldn't keep it in anymore, and he felt like he had to say something to me. And he told me he'd been wrestling with whether or not he wanted to say anything because he didn't want to hurt me, and it is his daughter, but he just felt like I deserved to know. And I didn't know what to say to him. I still don't know what to do because on one hand, I absolutely trust him. He wouldn't ever say something like that to me unless he really thought he was sure. But also I love my wife and I really did not have these suspicions and would never thought she would do something like this. So I'm just stuck trying to figure out if I should talk to her, confront her, or try to find proof first. So I don't know what to do, and I don't want to lose this relationship with her dad if it's not true because of this. And I know he didn't want to hurt me. He was just trying to protect me. So I just want to talk to my wife and figure out what's going on here.
Just real quick, from my point of view, is I feel so bad for the dad. Like what the dad had to go through over and over again to want to make that phone call. You know what I mean? To know, because he had to vet it out to make sure. You got to make sure that your daughter is doing that before you. And then it's like, do you really tell the son-in-law? Or do you just go, oh my God, can I talk to you, babe? Can you get in here for a second? What the hell's going on? And she's like, yeah, Dad, but he's huge. I mean, I know, I'm trying to battle in my head what the daughters say. So
He would not say that.
Tough call for the dad. Mad respect for the dad, but also sadness.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I mean, I guess we just got to call her, figure out what's going on.
Okay, so you're down with us calling your wife and finding out in our special way that we do it if she's sleeping with somebody else. You're totally down for that?
Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Are you ready, Kyle?
I'm ready.
Shall we take this case?
I think we already decided to take this
We
case.
did? Because if you were to say, I'm not ready, then I'd be like, maybe we shouldn't take this case. And I'd be like, okay, we're not going to take this case.
I was born ready.
You're born ready. Okay. All right. Hold on the line, dude. We're going to get her on the phone and find out who she thinks is sending her flowers. War of the Roses is next. John, Jay, and Rich, we're in the middle of War of the Roses. You got Nathan. He thinks his wife is cheating on him because her dad called him. How long you guys been married, Nathan?
We've been married for 3 years now.
Okay, let's do it. You ready, Kyle?
I'm ready.
Hello?
Hi, is Carolyn available?
Hi, yeah, speaking.
Oh, perfect. So my name is Shayla. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers. And I have some really good news for you. I also have like something that I'm hoping you can help me with because it's like my first week here and I've already messed up a couple of times. So I'm hoping you can help me out. Okay. So the great news for you, Caroline, is that somebody is trying to send you a beautiful bouquet of flowers. It's our Pure Passion bouquet. So someone has got their eye on you and wants to definitely impress you and woo you a little bit. My problem is I'm hoping you can help me. So is there anybody that you think would be sending you like a very romantic, I mean, I call them sexy. They are gorgeous flowers. And just so I can make sure you get the right card.
Yeah, sorry. What company is this again?
It's J&R Flowers. We're kind of new. If you haven't heard of us, it's a whole thing. But yeah, and like I said, okay. I'm new here too, so I'm just like hoping to keep my job. And I'm so sorry, but like you're still surprised, right? Yeah. Like someone's sending you flowers.
Yeah. This is wild. Okay. Well, okay. There is someone that comes to mind that would potentially send me flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Jacob.
Jacob?
Yeah.
Your boss, Jacob? You're sending flowers? You think you're getting flowers from your boss, not me, your husband?
Oh. Nathan? I'm so sorry. What
Carolyn,
is this?
Are you kidding?
What's going on right now?
You're on the radio. Sorry.
You just said your boss, Jacob, live on the radio.
Yeah, you're on John, Jay, and Rich, War of the Roses.
Okay. All right. Listen, there's been a mistake. I don't know what this is.
A mistake?
Yeah, I thought hypothetically if someone, I don't know, Nathan. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now.
Carolyn, are you cheating on me with your boss?
Babe, listen, calm down. You're clearly upset, okay? Like, it's not a big deal.
No, don't tell me to calm down. Because if you were lying to me, sneak around behind my back and cheating on me with your boss, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Babe, listen, can we just talk about this in private, like two adults, please? Like, we don't need to air all
Are
this
you
stuff
kidding?
out.
No, you sneak around with your boss is not adult or mature. You're
Babe,
saying you weren't sleeping with him? You weren't sneaking around behind my back while I was at home and trusting you?
I'm not sneaking around behind, babe. It's not even like, okay. All right, can you just hear me out for just 1 second?
You want me to hear you out? You know who I had hear out yesterday? Your dad, who called me. Your dad called me and told me that he thought that you were cheating on me. And clearly,
my
he
dad
was right.
Is senile.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Yeah, my dad knows so much. Okay, Nate, are you going to, really believe my dad, or are you going to listen to me?
Well, he warned me because he actually cares about me, unlike you.
Well, let her explain.
And
let her explain.
All right.
Babe, okay, I care about you. Listen, okay? Sometimes, and it's not even like that, Jacob and I have deep, meaningful conversations, and sometimes it's hard to reach you. I mean, look how upset you are with me right now. I mean, not to turn this around, but babe, look how upset you are. It's hard to talk to you sometimes. And Jacob is always there for me.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I thought maybe he would send me flowers. I don't know.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I feel completely betrayed, and you're clearly sleeping with your boss.
I couldn't tell you. Okay, I couldn't tell you the last time that my very own husband had sent me flowers. So, yeah, I got a little bit excited about that. Aside from telling him to send me flowers or bring me flowers or to remind him on special holidays, yes, it gets to be annoying. So you have no right to get upset with me right now, babe. You have no right. I don't even know why we're talking about it on this platform, honestly, babe.
Let's go around the room real quick. What do you guys think? Do you think she's having an affair with her boss? Kyle, what do you think?
No, that's what I said. What I think. I think she's having an emotional affair. I don't know if it's crossed the physical line yet or not. I don't think we have, we don't have a smoking gun on that.
Right. What do you think, Payton?
Yeah, I think, if you're having deep emotional conversations with a man that's not your husband, I think that's incredibly inappropriate. And honestly, I think an emotional affair might be a little worse than a physical affair.
Really?
I think a physical affair, sometimes people will cheat just because they need to get some.
Say it louder, Payton.
I do. I mean, that's a real thing. You know what I mean? People make stupid decisions and they do that.
Laugh about this while my life is being put on display. Look,
I'm sorry. That's not what we were trying to do.
Well, the first name on your mind wasn't your husband. It was your boss. That would be
it's too
concerning.
Late for privacy, Carolyn, and to be asking all the same about this.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I mean it. I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So now you're admitting it? That you got caught? Because guess what? This is ridiculous. You're busted, and I hope Jacob is worth it because he destroyed everything we had.
Damn.
So I'm absolutely
it's Jacob,
done.
Not Jake.
Oh, my God. She's correcting him on the... Jeez.
I mean, now you'll have something to talk about.
Relationships are complicated, and this is messy, you two obviously have stuff to work out. I feel like we did what we set out to do, Nathan, and found out something for you. I know, you probably have your reasons, and you can explain them to him, but I feel awkward, being a part of this.
Me too.
She can explain it to Jacob, her emotional support animal. I'm done. Good luck with him, Carolyn, because you're clearly going to need it.
All right. Well, thank you both for going on the air with us today.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
You got it.
A bunch.
Yeah, hold on the line. Hold on. That's War of the Roses with John, Jay, and Rich.
I'm so glad you're here. As the person who currently occupies your attention, I would like to thank you for listening to John, Jay, and Rich.
Frank, good morning, man. What's up?
What's up, Primo? Check it out, dude. Your speech ain't nothing. I had a dedication to a veteran wall in Monte Vista, that's in Colorado, and I got up there, bro, and I was good till I got in front of the microphone, and I did the entire speech while I was crying. And I got through it. I dedicated the wall, but son of a gun, bro. Dude, it was almost embarrassing, but it was from the heart, you know?
Yeah, it was emotional. I'm not going to cry when I'm doing my speech or my MC event because there's nothing emotional about it.
But I was only in front of a couple hundred. You had thousands, dude.
No, I can do it here in the radio, sitting here talking to you, but I can't be in front of, I think there's going to be 300 people there. It's sold out, where people are paying to be there to hear somebody talk about health. And I'm like, you know what I mean?
Are they not giving you a script?
Oh, they probably are, but I'm not going to read it.
Why
Make them turn around.
Something like that.
Like, everybody turn around, because I could do this if I'm on the radio. Let's just pretend I'm on the radio. Make everybody just turn around.
So somebody goes, hey, tell John Jay, this is a text, tell John Jay to take propanolol before public speaking.
What?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Sounds a lot like what killed Michael Jackson.
Propofol?
It says a beta blocker drug, and I think I spelled it right.
Oh, I don't know.
It treats I don't know. Oh, it treats high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, and shaking and other conditions.
Oh, maybe it just calms you down or something.
Yeah.
Well, Frank.
Maybe I should have taken that.
Yeah. So you don't have any advice for me, or do you?
Yeah, just get up there and do it, bro. Let your heart take over.
It's not a
get
hard
emotional.
thing.
Get emotional.
Stem cells has changed your life, John Jay. You just
So many people.
I challenge you to get emotional.
But yeah, from the medical side, it is a big thing. And hey, the good Lord decided to do that. Why not?
All right, Frank. Thanks. Now you're gonna make me cry. All right.
Hey, go ahead, brother.
All right.
Feels good.
Drive safe, brother. Thanks for calling in.
All right, man.
Yeah, he's talking about I got to MC an event in Mexico next week with like doctors and patients and stuff that I agreed to 6 months ago, and I would have never done that. I do that all the time.
It feels when it's far enough in advance, you say yes, but once it gets closer, then the terror comes.
I know. It's terrible. All right. Thanks, Frank.
Good for you. I guess you moved on really easily.
It's John Jay and Rich. The text line, you text JJR to the number 96893. And we got Audrey on the line. She sent a text, and she sent 2 texts, and I read them out of order. And I'm curious to how she's going to tell us the story, because then I want to tell you guys how I read them. Audrey, good morning. You sent us a text, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What was your text?
So I flew into Arizona yesterday, and I landed about 10 a.m. So I was starving. I came from Raleigh, from the East Coast, and I immediately had to go get a bean and cheese burrito from Filiberto's, because the Mexican food in Raleigh is just horrible. I'm originally from Colorado, so anytime I come out west, I have to get a bean and cheese burrito right away. Well, I scarfed down the burrito. I was starving, but then my next plan that I had made was to hike Camelback, and I realized probably about 5 minutes into the hike that I had made a horrible mistake.
Right after the burrito, yeah.
You got nowhere to go.
Well, I successfully completed the hike. I did the Choya side of Camelback, which was probably one of the most challenging hikes I've ever done, even being from Colorado. I survived. I didn't barf. I didn't fall. So I consider it a success, but I definitely had a lot of side stitches and had to take a lot of breaks.
The Choya side, I'm surprised. It was, they closed it down for a while, and then they kind of like remodeled the hike, if you will. And I thought it was easier. I haven't done it yet, but I thought they made it easier.
I have nothing to compare to, but I just know I was on my hands and like all fours a lot, scrambling and whatnot.
Yeah, there's some climbing you got to do on that side.
Well, on the other side, it's harder.
Yeah.
Echo's hard.
Echo's really hard.
Let me tell you how I read her text messages, because I logged in this morning to read the text messages, and the first message from you that I see says, "That hike was hard as hell, and I definitely should have waited to eat the burrito." And I was like, "What the hell is this person talking about?" Then she went on the set. Then I scrolled down, and she said, "I just landed. I'm going to hike Camelback." That's great. So what brings you here?
I'm here for work, just for one day. So unfortunately, I leave tonight.
Oh, but what's your work? What do you do for a living?
I'm here to be on a panel about retirement plan record keeping. Very, very exciting and
Yeah, it
sexy.
sounds like a hoot.
It's important, though.
But I'm staying at the Phoenician, so I'm not going to complain. I got to stay here for free for one night.
Oh, that place has been remodeled too.
Super nice.
Well, while you're here, since you're leaving tonight, you should go to the Renaissance Festival and hang out. Or Bear Jackson. Do both of those today. Try to get as much in as you can.
John Jay, I know you've been hiking a lot lately, and I don't want you to blow up your spot on the air, but if you have any recommendations for hiking this afternoon, I would love to take them, because I want to go on another hike, and I don't want to do Camelback again.
Well, I have a secret hike. My friend told me I couldn't share with anybody, but I could tell you that it is in the Phoenix Preserve. And one way you should take 32nd Street until it ends, and then park there. There's a Starbucks there. There's a little parking lot there. You can go right there, and there's a couple good hikes right there. That's not exactly where I hike, but it's in the vicinity, if you will.
Okay, in your bubble.
Yeah. So go. So on 32nd Street and Lincoln is the kind of the dead end right there, and it's not far from you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out before I leave.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there. All right, well, have a great day. Thank you so much for listening, Audrey.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Don't drunk dial your ex. Drunk dial us. Call our John Jay and Rich drunk dial line. 602-888-1933.
I saw Travis Kelce trending again?
He's got a couple of headlines. Not only is he nominated for one of our iHeartRadio Music Awards for his cameo in Taylor Swift, who leads the award nominees, not surprising there, but he also made a comment on his podcast with his brother about Lil Wayne's comment that a lot of other people have had about his team, the Chiefs.
The whole world was talking about something else during the game, and I'm sure you saw some of this, but they were complaining about the refs again, Trav. Even Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, I hate the cheating Chiefs. So, with two Z's.
Shout out to Toonsy, man.
That's all he said. He just shouted out Lil Wayne's nickname, and that's it. Just leaving it at that. Of course, leaving people to continue to think the refs are helping out the Chiefs.
Right. And I'm just like, you can't get mad at Lil Wayne. He can do no wrong for me. I don't know.
It's not his team. Then a lot of people are saying.
Exactly, right.
He's just saying, he's speaking for the people.
Right.
Anything to do with Bieber?
Justin Bieber. Always stuff with Justin Bieber. The thing is he actually, I guess, is kind of, I don't know, he's answering back everyone who has opinions on his relationship. He shared a bitch don't kill my vibe post after refollowing Hailey Bieber on Instagram, which I think is definitely pointed at everyone who was speculating about his relationship and speculating that he did unfollow her, though, and everyone was very quick to notice it. And quote unquote, somebody got into his account and unfollowed
him.
People. So
he did.
I think that's just his answer back to everyone speculating.
What about Family Guy? How is Family Guy in the news? Which I think might be my favorite TV show of all time. I thought about that the other day when I was watching it, of all time.
It is such a classic show, and there's actually a couple of jokes from the show that have sort of become like infamous, like cult classic jokes, and one of them is the Godfather joke where Peter claims he doesn't like the movie.
I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Did not care for The Godfather.
How can you even say that, Dad?
Didn't like it.
Al Pacino. I mean, you never see Robert Duvall.
No, fine actor. Did not like the movie.
Why not?
Couldn't get into it.
Explain yourself. What didn't you like about
it? It insists upon itself, Lois.
What?
It insists upon itself.
What does that even mean? Because it has a valid point to make. It's insistent.
It insists upon itself. And Seth MacFarlane, who's the creator of the show, actually has come forward and he explained the inspiration for it insists upon itself actually came from his college film history professor who used that exact term to explain why he didn't think The Sound of Music was a great film.
What a great line. You remember when you hear stuff like that.
And Seth was like, first-rate teacher, but I never really followed that one, so it just became a joke on the show.
Oh my gosh, I thought that story was going a totally different way because that clip is the clip that all the influencers were throwing themselves under the bus to. The ones that I was telling you about how the influencers
upon itself.
No, I did not like The Godfather.
Right.
Nope, didn't like it. And that's where all these influencers
so funny.
are saying like, I actually haven't been working out every single day like I post online.
Oh.
Yeah, nope. Like I thought that was going that way.
So maybe that brought the clip into back into the universe.
It's so viral right now. And so when that played, I thought it was going to be like Seth MacFarlane like put a nod to the influencers out there. I did not know that was going to go that way.
Now you know where that clip came from.
But here's the thing: The Godfather is a fantastic movie, right? It was made in 1972, I think, and
one of the best of all time.
I went to film school and we had to study that film. I have to tell you, it's a great movie. The problem is, nowadays, we don't have the patience for that movie. I can't sit through it anymore.
It's like 3 hours, ain't it?
But it's slow storytelling.
Well, the problem is,
it
insists upon itself.
It does.
The problem with The Godfather is it's a 3-hour movie, and the wedding at the beginning is 2 hours of the movie.
Yeah,
that insists upon itself.
It is like watching somebody's like 8mm home movie. Is what it's like.
Okay.
How about Chaperone?
Chaperone cracks me up because she really doesn't have a filter, and I love how she is unfiltered. I think everyone loves how genuine she was. She was doing an interview, and they asked her, what is your perfect evening?
Well, if I want to have like a really good night, I just eat an edible and play video games. But if I'm like trying to have fun, like out, I'll take shrooms.
What are you playing video games wise?
Fortnite.
That's Chaperone.
Fortnite.
Her perfect evening.
Freaking Pink Pony Club has been stuck in my head for the last couple of days.
Such a good song.
Did you come to me the other day and go, what song's in your head right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
did
said.
not say
I know because I was listening to something else when you said that. Anyway, hey, real quick, we forgot to take calls on War of the Roses. Paula, you got something on War of the Roses?
Yeah, good morning, guys. I was just, thinking about this because, I listen to you all the time. And I find it very interesting when the person who's being caught on War of the Roses is upset at you, and because they're on the radio, but it wasn't even your idea to put them there. It was their significant other. So I think it's really misleading.
We've even had the people that call to bust their person cheating be mad at us when we bust them. So that's not fair either.
Well, you asked us to help.
No, it's not. Nope, but I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a most wonderful day.
Thank you, Paula.
You too.
Here's a text on War of the Roses, too. You guys didn't let her finish. She said, if it's not Jake, she was getting ready to tell another name to who she was seeing. She was just talking to Jake, her boss, about all this, is what they say.
But, I mean,
I think they should.
it was Nathan that didn't let her finish.
But it's like, if it's not Jake, then probably she should say, it's my husband, Nathan. I would think she should say.
Unless there's somebody else. Never knew.
Anyway. So that's our text line. You just text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. Real quick, though, to wrap up entertainment news, I've been seeing Chris Brown a lot in the news lately.
Yeah, Chris Brown, have you guys seen this whole $500 million lawsuit he just put out there for defamation?
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. So basically the same people that directed and put together the Quiet on the Set documentary with all the Nickelodeon stars is basically putting out a documentary about Chris Brown and abuse, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah, and all his stuff with Rihanna and whatever and all that. And he's hitting them with a $500 million lawsuit. I'm like,
has he already seen it or something that he knows, or he just knows?
I'm sure you know, right? Like, there's a documentary. I mean, come on. What else is it going to be about? If it's that, if you watch Quiet on Set.
Does that kind of mean you already know you're guilty?
I mean,
he's like,
you already know they're going to say really disparaging things about you?
It's like a preemptive pardon.
Something like that. Seems a little like
Right. Hey, real quick. Lady, you hurt yourself in the shower?
Yes.
How?
I did a back bend in the shower, and my fingers slipped into the drain. And then when I went to yank my hand out, my whole top layer of my skin was off.
Ow. Why were you doing the back bend in the shower? That sounds dangerous.
My back was sore, and I was like, you're in the shower. That's when you're releasing tension. So, I went.
I mean, when you explain it like that, it kind of makes sense.
God, that sounds so dangerous and painful.
It was so dumb looking back at it because my hand just slipped right in and then would not come out.
Also, I would just get the heebie-jeebies having my fingers in a drain. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're bent over backwards.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, Lainey. John, Jane, Rich. Another round of Silly Way You Hurt Yourself. Claudia, hi. How'd you hurt yourself?
So I was at work, and I went to go sit on my chair, and I broke my ankle.
How?
The chair rolled out from underneath me, and I broke my ankle.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but that's terrible.
It would be funny.
Stuck immediately under the chair.
I don't know. I just went to go sit on it, and it went left, and I went right, and it just grabbed my ankle and snapped it.
Oh, I thought you were sitting in the chair. I see Kyle sometimes sit, as you're sitting, you're curling your leg behind, you sit on your ankle.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, no, I was legit trying to sit down.
That's going to be so shocking. When after you're sitting there for a second, you got to be just what just happened?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was on the floor, what? And my coworker walks in and is like, "Why are you on the floor?" And I'm like, "Oh, just for my health, I guess."
All right, thanks, Macy.
Yep.
Macy.
Yeah.
Silly way you hurt yourself.
Oh, so I was carving pumpkins. I was about 4 at the time, and I was standing on the chair to carve my pumpkin, and then I fell off the chair and broke my arm.
Oh,
that's terrible.
Poor thing.
It was not that high, and I don't know how I broke my arm. I don't know if I fell on it and it went just. I don't know.
I hope you finish the pumpkin though. Can't leave that.
It's going to put a damper on the whole night.
All right, thanks, Macy.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I took this call. I picked up this phone call, and I think she said her name. I can't remember now if it was Camille. Isn't that cool? It was a really cool name, I think. Hi, did you say your name was Camille?
Yes, my name is Camille.
That's a cool name. That's a very unique name.
a very unique name. I don't think you'll ever meet another one.
How do you spell it?
Camile.
Oh, very cool. But you were calling because you hurt yourself in a silly way.
I did, yes. I was getting ready for a job interview, and I was curling my hair. And I was in a hurry like I always am. And I was doing the curl and the bang. So if any girl knows, you do the back curl, and you kind of lift it up over your forehead, and I was looking up, and I totally dropped the curling iron out of my hands, and my eye was open long enough for it to just singe my retina.
Oh!
So, literally, all of a sudden, this excruciating pain. My eye is watering. I'm trying to open it back up, and I can't. I literally can't see anything out of my eye. I'm freaking out. So I called my employer, telling them it sounded like too big of an excuse for it to be fake. So I said, I burned my eyeball with my curling iron, getting ready, so I can't come in. Can we reschedule? They're like, yeah, just call us back, whatever. So I go to the eye doctor, and they put this serum in it right away that completely numbs it. Like, it felt way back to normal. I could open it up, but I had a huge blister on my eye. It was so freaky looking, and I had to wear an eye patch for like 2 weeks, like a pirate eye patch.
Oh my God.
What was the job you were interviewing for?
It was from one of my dad's friend opened a company. It was a medical supply store. It was something that I kind of just got talked into doing. I wasn't that passionate about it, but I did get the job, and then I quit like a year later.
So did you work for a while, and when people would walk in, the bell would dingle, the door would go ding, 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 and you'd be like, "Arr, welcome to Smith's Medical Supply Store, matey."
No, actually, it was still bartending at the time, and I was interviewing, so I had to be behind a bar.
Well, that's cool, though.
Even more embarrassing.
Cool-looking bartender with an eye patch, I think, is good for tips.
Not Halloween, but you know what? This is my get up for bartending.
A blister on your eye. That sounds so
Well, you know what's funny is when you were starting to tell the story, I was watching Kyle and Payton, and you guys were absolutely, first of all, you were agreeing with her about the curling iron thing. Your faces were going.
Injuries with the curling
And
iron.
then when you said that the eyeball tapped, Kyle's face went all like, whoa.
Like, curling irons are hot.
Right.
Like 450 degrees hot on your eye.
Right. And the reason I was looking at Kyle like that is because we were talking about how she accidentally dropped her curling iron on herself the other day. So I was just like, that's you.
Oh, yeah.
And then as soon as you said the eye, I was like, oh my God, that is not you.
Where did it land on you, Kyle?
My boobs.
Oh. I would have been, no, take an eye. Was that what your husband was doing? No, the eyes. Take the eyes. Not the boobs.
It took a long time to heal, really.
Did it leave a mark on your boob?
Oh, yeah, huge.
Okay, so imagine what it did to your eye then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a scar right here on my hand from
I see it.
burning a curling iron when I was like 13.
Wow, do you have a scar on your boob, Kyle?
No, I've been putting burn cream on. Looks like it's healing up pretty well.
I would love to see that.
That was just an A-B conversation. You guys were not supposed to be involved in that one.
What?
I'm probably not going to bring that up on the air because, they're just going to make boob jokes.
Yeah.
But thanks to Camille.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I looked at her.
The truth always comes out.
That's what like Mark Zuckerberg said over to Jeff Bezos' wife. He's like, oh, hey, did you burn yourself a curling iron? I noticed it burning. No? Okay.
Some vitamin E in Antarctica. You'll be fine.
All right, man. All right. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that story. If it wasn't for your story, we wouldn't have learned that story that Kyle burned her boobs.
We're all going to stop and pray for Kyle's boobs.
And your eye. It's Camile's eye.
She's fine. I bet you.
I'm praying for your boobs because my eye healed just fine. So I'm hoping that you don't have a scar on your boobs.
Same. We're going to put together a Love Up t-shirt and raise funds.
Just wear sunglasses next time you curl your hair. If you
No taking.
Oh, my God. All right. Thanks, Kelly. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Can you wear a bathing suit? Like, it'd be noticeable?
You'd be able to see
Like,
it.
if you were on the beach in a bathing suit, people would be like, what happened to her boobs?
Yeah, like when I went into the Comstock to get, the muscle thing, the pure impact thing, like they could see it. I felt like I had to explain to them what happened.
Wow.
No, don't worry. Don't mind that. It's just I burnt myself with the curling iron. It's like I would say an inch and a half, like a square inch and a half.
I mean, you just have to be more careful, Kyle.
I know.
Please, God. You've been blessed. Don't screw that up. Anyway, it's John Jane Rich. John Jane Rich, I got to give this. I'm emceeing this event in Cabo San Lucas next weekend, and I'm pretty nervous about it. And a couple people give me some advice, but someone just texted some advice. end your speech with Christmas wish. Nobody
That'd be so great because no one there would even know.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now we're going to bring up a wonderful biohacker. His name is Gary Brecka. Gary, Christmas wish. Okay. Oh my God. Anyway, Grant's in the studio. Grant, there's a text here about you.
Hello.
Where's Grant been? He needs a segment. Grant's thoughts.
Dude, I love it. I've had a lot of thoughts lately, but I don't think we have time for it right now.
Well, they go on to say maybe it should be an afterwards podcast.
I miss Grant's rant.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we've had one of
I'm
those.
having them, though. I'm still having them. They're just for me, personally. I'm spiraling, guys. So do you want to play ADD Trivia?
Yeah, we got Jessica on the line.
Ooh.
Jessica, you're our contestant. This is for Justin Timberlake tickets. Sound good?
Ooh, yes. Yay. So excited.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go around the room, ask everyone a fairly simple question. Random. It's ADD. It's all over the place. Today, especially. So, John Jay, we start with you. John Jay Van Ness. In A Charlie Brown Christmas, what does Lucy want for Christmas?
God, I haven't seen that show. Something to do with Charlie Brown. A kiss from Charlie Brown.
Incorrect. I was looking for real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she wants real estate. All right.
She's a smart kid.
We're off to a hot start, guys. Rich Barrow, we move over to you.
Let's go.
What do sumo wrestlers throw in the ring to purify it before each bout?
Do they throw some sumo wrestlers, Japan, famous for sushi? I think they throw a giant mackerel in the middle of the ring, a fish.
Great guess, but I was looking for salt.
Oh.
Yeah, big handful of salt, just all over the place.
Tough question.
Yeah, these are ADD guys, all over the place. Payton Whitmore, big athlete over there, right?
Former, retired.
Division I, former retired athlete.
Yes.
All right. What sport takes place in a velodrome?
In a what?
A velodrome. Velodrome.
Badminton in space.
Incorrect. I was looking for cycling.
I was going to say that.
What?
Oh, yeah, that was an Olympic thing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
The one where they're up like this.
Yeah.
It's like NASCAR for bikes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like they're on an angle.
No points. No one on the board yet. It's a hard game, I guess.
Yes.
Today. Kyle,
Challenging.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Whose sensei is a rat named Master Splinter?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God, Kyle, you're on the board!
That so wasn't in the caliber of difficult question.
So easy.
They didn't know
You just
Velodrome.
can't know that. Come on now.
A little too rough.
A little too, yeah, exactly. All right, Jessica, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I believe in you. I think you can do this. Jessica, gingivitis is inflammation of what?
Your gums.
There she is! Kyle and Jessica on the board after round one. Nice job.
Got a cousin named Gingivitis.
She's beautiful. John Jay, we move back over to you for round two. What do the Plastics call their slam book in the 2004 and subsequent movie of Mean Girls?
It's just so easy.
I didn't see Mean Girls.
This is very easy.
Like the fact you've never seen
Can
Mean
I
Girls
steal
is a shame.
Yeah.
It's
because it
what do
wants
the
to
plastics
steal
call
it.
their slam book?
Their slam book.
I'm going to say slam bam.
No, Peyton.
Peyton.
The burn book.
It is the burn book.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you a point, Peyton. I'm feeling
Well, Jessica
generous
wanted to
today.
steal
give it to
that.
Jessica.
I'll give Jessica a
She
point, too.
won.
How about that?
Peyton's got a burn book over there.
I do. It's all in my notes app, so you better watch that.
Rich Barra, ADD Trivia. In the novel and movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, what is the most important thing a hitchhiker can carry?
Oh, okay. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
A compass.
Incorrect. Peyton.
Water?
Incorrect. I was looking for a towel.
A towel.
You always need your towel, guys.
Facts.
I feel like you need water more than you need a towel.
Yeah, probably. Probs.
Peyton Whitmore, moving over to you. Are you ready? Okay. What is the only U.S. city to boast a radio station whose call letters are the exact same name of the city and is also home to the Branch Davidians?
What?
I got it. Jaje.
Jaje.
Waco.
There we are, brother. Nice job.
WACO.
What?
How convenient.
Yeah, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
We need more of that. Kyle, unbug.
I don't know that we do.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is the fluff in the Fluffernutter sandwich?
The fluff would be marshmallow, like marshmallow fluff.
You did it! 2 for 2. Terrible sandwich, but fun name to say. So, Kyle, nice job.
You're a hater.
Oh, they're awful.
not
My
very
wife
good.
loves them. All right, Jessica, are you ready for ADD trivia? This is the last question. You could win the Justin Timberlake tickets here. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. This game is so ADD trivia, we are moving into a different game. Jessica, in 4 seconds, I'm going to need you to name 3 Justin Timberlake songs. Go.
Cry Me a River.
Not quick enough.
Give me 2 more, just fast, Jessica. You're good.
No, I'm all flustered. When he was with Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you a Justin Timberlake fan?
When he was with Backstreet Boys.
Made her
would've shook
nervous.
the
You guys
earth.
made her nervous.
You know what?
Do you want to go to Justin Timberlake tonight, or do you want something else? Because
You can stay home.
These
It's
tickets
fine.
were for Nick Lachey.
are you a fan or are you not? No stress.
I am. I'm a super fan.
Oh, I can tell.
You're all right, Jessica.
You know what, Jessica? I'll give you a
Remember the
point.
tickets.
Yeah, we'll give you.
Well, I thought maybe she wanted something else so we could give the tickets to a real fan.
She is.
We just spooked her.
All right.
We got your back, Jessica.
All right, Jessica, hold on.
Thank you, Kyle.
Hold on. Justin Timberlake's tonight. Let's get an update on Kyle and her New Year's resolution to clean her closet this month.
Okay, decluttering. That's the resolution. Decluttering everything, right? January is my closet. Every nook and cranny of my closet is filled with crap.
Okay.
Everywhere you look, there is a pile of things.
I'm familiar.
It's my things. They're organized. I know where they are, but like I want to be able to see the floor. I want to be able to see the bottom of where my clothes are hanging up. Clothes are hanging up. There's things underneath them. So I started with my shoes, and I took down half the shoes, and I cleaned, and I had literally 5 years worth of dust built up underneath a lot of these. Super gross, I know. And I literally just finished, and I'm like, January's going to be over, and I just finished my shoes. Like, I have other goals. Like, I'm supposed to do the garage. I'm supposed to do
Gotta
my
get
little
to
craft
it.
room.
Get to work.
This is going to take me all year just to finish my closet at this rate. So my goal now is this weekend, I want to start going through my clothes. And I have a real problem getting rid of clothes because what has always happened to me in the past is I'll get rid of something and I'll be like, all right, I did good. I decluttered. And then something will happen and I'll be like, I have a jacket like that, but I got rid of it. And then I regret getting rid of the things. So that's why I feel like I hoard, because then I don't have to go out and buy something like that the next time, like, you know, we're doing
I
costumes.
know. Like they tell you, if you haven't worn it, I think in a year, get rid of it, right? Which I disagree with, because I put on this sweater today and I haven't worn it in 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank God that this is hanging in my thing.
Thank God you haven't worn it in 5 years.
Well, because I leave all my hoodies in the trunk of my car. I'm like running out. So I'm like pulling all this stuff out.
Change it to the throw up test though. Like if you accidentally throw up on your shirt, would you keep it or would you throw it away?
But
And if you
I would keep
it,
all of them. You could just wash it.
Right.
Ew, Kyle, no.
No way.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
just throw stuff away.
If
You know
somebody
what?
else
I
threw
would
up on my
move.
shirt,
I
that
would
would be
move
the
houses.
test. If I threw up on it.
Somebody else did it. How about that? That needs to be your new test for your
Okay.
clothes.
I follow
That's a
this
good test.
girl on Instagram on my fake account because I don't want her to know that I follow her, even though I've never met her, doesn't know anything about it. But she does these things, and I was wondering maybe you could do something like that. She does one of those transition videos, like she shows the room, and it's all like your closet. It's a disaster. Then she does that thing with her hand, and all of a sudden it's like, wow.
Yeah, I will have that to you by 2026.
Your transition video.
I would love that.
You do
I
the
do have a
transition, it's
before
just
picture.
worse. Oh my God. What's coming up? 3 things we need to know.
I will tell you the two companies about to form a wild mashup, and it sounds like it might be delicious. I'll fill you in next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Coffee in hand, earbuds on John, Jay, and Rich.
You're up.
Hey, John, Jane, Rich. Good morning, Frank. What's happening?
Hey, John Jay, it's Frank. Today's my son's 9th birthday. We listen to you every morning, all you guys in the morning, and he wanted to say hi.
All right. Hey, Frank, son.
His name's Francis.
Happy birthday,
Francis.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
Are you guys doing a game?
Are we doing a game?
Yeah,
Life is a
They're not
game.
doing a game right now.
All right, well, happy birthday, Francis. Very nice. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
Up to date, 28 people have lost their lives from the California wildfires, and 2 new fires broke out in Southern California yesterday, burning over 10,000 acres. That was just one of them. More than 31,000 more people were ordered to evacuate, and warnings were issued for 23,000 others. It's kind of like as time goes by, you're like, oh, yeah, like the state is still on fire, and like more and more fires are breaking out. It's just absolutely tragic. In the meantime, I guess they say the show must go on. So they announced the Oscar nominations finally. They had delayed it a couple of times due to the wildfires, but with the 97th Academy Award nominations, Amelia Perez leads with 14 nominations. Wicked scored 10. The ceremony will be hosted by Conan O'Brien and will take place March 2nd. We also announced our nominations for our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen lead the pack. Lady Gaga and Mariah Carey will earn honors like the Icon and Innovator. I think Lady Gaga is going to present the Innovator Award. Mariah Carey is going to get the Icon Award. It's going to be amazing, and that's going to be March 17th. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has teamed up with Totino's.
The pizza?
Yes, for a bold new mashup, you guys. And I was thinking, when I saw this headline, I'm like, are we doing cinnamon flavored pizza or pizza flavored cereal?
Mm-hmm.
And it's that one, pizza flavored cereal.
What? They missed the ball on that one.
I know. I think the cinnamon flavored pizza rolls would have been a better route for the combo, but I guess this is what they wanted to do. They're putting together a cereal that's pizza flavored, but it still looks exactly like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It has a little bit of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch-esque flavor as well, somehow, like cinnamon pizza flavor. If you're going, ill, who would buy that? You don't have to, because it's actually free. First come, first serve, starting Tuesday of next week on their website, shop.cinnamon.toastcrunch.com. It's free. They're not actually selling them. They just want to put them out there. It's a limited edition box.
It's a test to see what people are going to buy that gross flavored cereal. This is what they should have done. They should have done it cinnamon coated with the icing on the inside as the filling of the pizza roll.
Yum.
How good would that be? Like
so
a dessert?
amazing.
A dessert pizza roll?
A dessert pizza roll.
Stop.
We need. Maybe this is just the beginning, though. Maybe they were like, yeah, sure, we'll collab, but we're doing cereal first.
Went to the switcheroo.
And Totino's was like, okay, but then we are doing dessert pizza rolls next.
Okay, come on, give it
Hear
to
us. Hear our pleas for dessert. Totino's, please. And that's 3 things you need to know.
I want to tell you guys about 2 TV shows real quick. One, I'm getting so many people messaging me about On Call, the show I was telling you guys about on Prime, so I don't know if you got into that. Yesterday, I saw a new show dropped on Netflix. I predict it'll be top 10 if it's not already. It probably could be number 1 or number 2. It's called Wags to Riches.
I saw the ad for it.
I watched the first episode.
And? It doesn't seem like a show you would get into because it's like a reality show.
I was just sitting there eating my yogurt and going, I already hit play. Let me just see what's up. And it is, you know what WAG stands for?
Wives and girlfriends?
Yeah. I thought it was a dog show.
Sounds like it.
Right? So I was like, oh, I'll watch for the dog.
Rich people with dogs. I'd watch that.
It's athletes, and it's their wives and their girlfriends. But it so much reminds me of the Real Housewives because it's so...
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing here on this golf course, girl? You know what I mean? Like, and then
you're like, we know you planned that just to tape it.
Yeah, there's all that. The whole thing's just set up, but so far I was semi-entertained.
Have you guys seen that TikTok that's going viral? And it's this girl, and she was like, I manifested being a wag. But
that's the show.
Yeah, no, it's a different one. This is like a video of the. I am guarantee you this is a totally different thing because it's a video of her husband coaching on a Friday night at 8 p.m. a middle school basketball game. And she was like, I wasn't specific in my manifestation.
So she's doing a play on the
I'm telling you,
Netflix
that exact. Is it really her or is it edited? Her saying that to the.
It's like she's recording her husband, and on the caption, it's like, I manifested being a wag. I wasn't specific enough. Here I am watching my husband coach 8th grade basketball at 8 p.m. on a Friday
That's so
night.
funny.
That's funny.
They talk a lot about manifesting, how they, like the woman who's engaged to Chad Ochocinco. She's like, when I was in junior high, I used to wear his jersey all the time. And now I'm engaged to him.
Okay,
and
cliche chasers. That's what they
exactly.
are. Like, okay, you headhunted these
Exactly.
guys.
Well, that would be a better name for that show.
And they did it.
I mean, it's.
Kudos to you. Go get your
Right.
They did it. I ain't hating, but.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.